Hello. Good evening. How is everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing very, very well. Got some good sleep, ate some good food, spent some time with family or friends, or I don't know, if you're by yourself, just did something you enjoyed doing, that you somehow decompressed in some way from yesterday till today and in between. Anyway, I have been busy today. Ignoring the internet, um, but also I had other things that I had to actually do for my channel. I was working on a video that I was trying to get out by today, but it is not going to be out today, it'll probably be tomorrow. And it's a funny one, so I had fun, and I did a stream and, then did a stream with Alonda and whatnot, so we were talking about scammers, and that's my thing. I talk about cults, I talk about manipulation tactics, I talk about scammers. So, yes, I have been very angry at myself for a very long time for letting some people out here manipulate me. I think we've seen that. But I have a response video. And, like, Cupid, I just want to know why you don't love me anymore. um, The video was called "Love the Queen," and it's now called "My Response to Queen," which I do appreciate, by the way, because, well, we know what will happen if that was to have the same title in it. So, I have listened to a few minutes of it, and then I was like, "Well, we're doing everything live on here now. People don't talk in private ever anymore." And I probably won't talk to anyone in private anyway because I don't trust a single person on here. So let's see what Cupid has to say. I don't think Cupid's going to scream at me or call me names or is doing this video to me in a malicious way. Like I feel like most videos are made to me to be malicious, which is part of my issue. I don't know why everyone out here is so vile and malicious, and why no one can just have an actual conversation without having to expose people or destroy people in some way. But again, that's apparently just me. Apparently, I signed up for a game I didn't know that I signed up for. I'm not sure what game it is, but if it's life, then I'm very confused because it's very apparent that a lot of these people on here don't have one. So let's hear what Cupid has to say to me. Um, which, by the way, am I the Queen of England? Am I really this bad looking? Do I look this old? I know I apparently just turned 40 at the age of 36, and people talk about how I look 46 apparently, and how ugly I am, and how disgusting I am. But come on, Cupid, I'm not this old and decrepit. I'm old and decrepit, but not this old and decrepit. But no, it's the Queen of England, and her name is also Elizabeth, and if you don't know, that's also my name, so it's a very funny reference. I got a good laugh out of it. Let's hear what he has to say, thank you.
Gosh. Hello, shit bastards. Today is my drinking day. As some of you may or may not know, I'm in a disgraceful state of inebriation. And I could not get sleep last night, so I was watching. Well, I listened to, first of all, the Magnus Archives.
Yes, yes, the voice of reason here might be the drunk man. I know, but it just might be the truth.
And that put me to sleep too early. And then I could not get. I woke.
I mean, I will say that you are all trusting someone who's very obviously relapsed on heroin or some kind of opiate. So, I mean, I guess I will just take after the drunk. To me, that's way better.
Up before midnight and it's fucking sweltering. Sweltering, I tell you. And I could not go back to sleep. But there were several interesting things happening last night. Well, it started off with Dina's stream with Rainy Rainer and fake Indian Arnie.
Okay, you can't tell people that they're fake Indian, though. See, that's part of my issue on this place. Is like, are we supposed to come on here and when we create an account, we're supposed to provide legal documents to prove everything about ourselves before we're allowed to speak on anything, including our nationality, our heritage, all of our education, court documents of any like court cases, right? Your criminal record if you have one. You know, if you charged a guy with assault, you have to apparently blast all of the court records about that. Otherwise, other people are allowed to blast things about it, claim you're lying. And then when you stick up for yourself, you're the one playing victim, even though, I mean, technically, when you're sexually assaulted, I'm pretty sure that's pretty victimizing. And no, Cupid, as far as I know, has not done these things to me. But I'm just saying, don't go and question certain things about people, but I do understand that part of the issue here is that Ani has been accused of racism a lot, which I also don't care about much because of the fact that to me, over here, these isms and phobias that you all, or phobes that you all call people, is just a way for you to get them hated. And you will use anything and everything you possibly can to try to convince people that someone is whatever ism or phobe you want them to be, because you've done it to me already with so many of them. All right. So I don't know. So I don't like getting into that, but just please don't do that.
Arnie shit for brains. And I don't Jeremy Clarkson, but I used to hate that program because it's just like one egotistical shit wipe and two fucking wankers bearing their heads arsehole. And that's what it's like, oh my god. Yeah, I watch it because I'm interested to hear what these cunts are saying, because half it's about me or people I know anyway, because they're well jealous of how sexy I am. I can't blame them. But yeah, it was fucking atrocious. But then they started talking about Harvard Chickie being on Mark Terry's stream. Mark Terry is a cocksucker from hell. Terrible, terrible man. Complete cockhead. Yeah, she shouldn't be on that disgusting cocksucker's channel.
I stay away from all of the people who you have mentioned so far.
And the other person that was on that channel, Barbie, I don't know Barbie, but then she came out with a revelation that, I say revelation, and I'm not being sarcastic here. And she said that Jakey Poo was ringing up her brother non-stop, blah blah blah, making sexual comments about her to her brother. And that's what we know about this fucking twat, this awful, awful shit. Um, and Barbie seems quite scary. She seems like one of those people that they say they don't suffer fools gladly, and for some reason, I never got on very well with people like that. But just someone very sort of direct and bah.
Oh yeah, they don't like that. I would know.
Someone's lying to her, she eviscerates them. I
So I would like her then, is what you're saying? Okay, continue.
don't think Harvard Chickie was lying. She got things confused because she was under a bit of pressure, but
I really have an issue with Harvard Chickie. She just confuses the hell out of me because she will lie to me and tell me that she does not like Kaylee, the Adorkables, Kaylee Bear, or whatever you want to call that girl, and that she wants nothing with her and all this, but then they'll like be acting like best friends all over the internet. And I notice things like that. And I do not trust people that talk like that or talk about people behind their backs like that kind of stuff. If you're pretending to be someone's friend, and I know you as friends, and you start talking to them like smack to me, I'm probably all of a sudden just not going to trust you. And things are going to turn between us very quickly. I'm sure you could find people that would tell you that, yes, I am like that. And yes, it has happened to people on here. I just didn't want any involvement in that court case. And people kept trying to drag me into it. And I just wanted nothing to do with it. I don't think it is anyone's business what happens in a court case, really. And there were times where I got angry, and I'm sure I said things during streams and whatnot over in Idiot Stream and whatnot, but I just really did not want anything to do with any of that. And there were people that were very persistent that I had to know every single detail, but that it had to come from Kaylee. And she literally has harassed the hell out of me for 2.5 years over it. To the point where 2 months into this, by the end of January 2020, I never wanted to hear about the court case with them ever again because she had inundated me with the crap. Then she would pretend to be my friend and want to talk to me about MLMs. And then I would try to be nice to her about that. And then all of a sudden she would flip the script and start bothering me about that crap again. And then when I would tell her to stop, I was the bad guy. And people don't respect my boundaries. No one ever does. And when I'm like, hey, I really need you to respect mine because with my mental health, it's like really important. Thank you. It won't be good for you if you don't, I promise. They apparently are like, I really want to find out what happens when I actually not only disrespect them, but then take it a step further to cross over them and then beat you with them.
Barbie, what's her face? Scary as fuck. Not gonna take that for an answer. It was very. I find Harvard Chickie very entertaining always. Anyway, very funny person. Very funny person. Barbie, I'm a fan of Barbie now, just from hearing or whoring. Who knows what I'm doing? But then that was going on,
Hey, you're a poet and you don't know it.
and then Queen of Spade. And this is the main thing I want to talk about. Queen of Spade. You uploaded a video, and I said already by then it was 2 a.m. I said, look, I'm going to bed. Blah blah. I've watched some of it since, and my God, you've chosen to, well, you're going through that video of Dina where she goes through my emails. So she pulled my pants down. I've subsequently pulled them back up, and you chose to pull them down again. But that's
That I do apologize for. But if it makes any difference, I'm not really sure why I was supposed to know about them to begin with. Very confused.
okay. That's okay because you weren't. You had other things, and I could see. By the way, when you read out some of those emails, that you were hurt by some, even though you knew that I was saying a lot worse to you directly at that time. We were not friends, and the thing with Nicole, I didn't even know Nicole. I didn't know anything about Nicole. I didn't.
I still don't really know Nicole. I don't know much about her. I have listened to her stream a few times, and that's about it. Um, I'm not out here trying to judge everybody and cancel them and stuff. So, Nicole's just Nicole to me. Care. I don't care. I'm not responsible for what she says and does. And that's the end of that. But now I'm going to be, because that's how my life works.
Know Nicole. And people, I'm very drunk at the moment, but people are going to think I'm arrogant because I haven't apologised for the stuff in those emails which were released by a complete cunt.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm not going to apologise, am I?
Oh, I don't know.
Because that puts me on the back foot. Private messages. Well, I do apologise to anyone who's mentioned in those emails. I do, and I have done privately to Nicole. I shouldn't have to. That's Dina being a cunt. But I just wanted to say one thing to you, Queen of Spade.
Oh no, I'm very scared.
And, well, I wanted to play a guitar song. I'm going to do that
Oh my god, another song. I don't know if I can take any more songs. Have you heard the songs that people play for me?
because people don't deserve it. But
Uh-oh.
what I say to you, Queen of Spade, is that you're telling the truth about what Dina did to you.
Okay, I'm listening. That wasn't bad.
But she doesn't care. These supposed catch a predator cocksuckers, they don't care.
But see, I don't understand that. That makes no sense to me. Can people of the world please explain to me why you would not care about the truth? I literally cannot understand not caring about what the actual truth is in situations. I cannot relate. Can you please explain to me why?
Lots of other people don't care because you've just pissed everyone off.
Okay, but that shouldn't matter though. I don't understand. Even if people are mad, don't you still want to know what the truth is? I mean, I fucking hate Onision, but I still wanted to know what the truth was, okay? You know, that kind of thing. I don't understand. I do not understand.
As I've said to you before, you just piss everyone off. You're not playing the game, and that's up to you.
Well, like, what game? I didn't know I was playing a game. I just came on here to talk about things that I wanted to talk about. Make people laugh. Make fun of Reddit post stuff, like that was really it. I don't remember signing up for games. Why are there games? I don't see that is the thing. I don't play games. I just am here. I am who I am. I don't have ulterior motives. All I want to do is come on here and talk about scams and cults, like I said, and make people laugh. That's all I had wanted to do. I just talked about the wrong scam at the wrong time, apparently. And I didn't think I was going to piss anyone off. It's the funny thing. I was like, shouldn't people want to know about this? But apparently, so I really do not understand. Because then after that, when other people brought it up, they all got applauded and congratulated. And I don't understand. So if you could explain to me, that would be great.
It doesn't make what they're doing right, but it makes it understandable. It makes
No, I don't understand, Cupid. I d- I'm not like I don't get it. I know. I am the crazy one, right? So remember, you really do have to explain this to me in full because I need to understand every single aspect of it. And that's why we're still here.
it understandable. I'm sorry, right? You chose to say, apart from choosing to put on my, you chose to say that I simply
Okay, I am very sorry for putting up your email. I hadn't actually like watched the whole thing when I decided to react to it, so I didn't actually even know that your emails were in there because I still don't understand why that was a video to me and then I had to see your guys's emails other than like I said she wanted to blast out that you had said bad things about me in hopes that it would start a fight between us and that is what everyone constantly tries to do to me out here and then even when I ignore that people are still mad at me and end up in this hate mob against me so I'm just always very confused over here. We need to explain things to me. Pretend that I have the capacity less than Nicole. Because I actually, Cupid, really do not understand the way of that any of these bitches think. Help.
simp. I hate that fucking word. It doesn't.
Okay, I am sorry. I call him a simp for someone? I don't know. I think I meant more at the beginning of when I knew who you were. If you're about to say, I never made it this far before, I stopped before this, why did I do that?
It's not even a word. I simp for CJ for RSN.
Okay, yeah, you're right. I am very sorry that I said that. I understand that if you don't do that, that would be extremely insulting for me to say. If it does make you feel better, everyone says that I fucked him when I didn't, and that I'm still in love with him when I'm not. So, oh, and then they also say that I still simp for him. or refuse to simp for him. It depends who you ask what they're mad about. So maybe that will make you feel better. But I do apologize. I think at the beginning of when I figured out about your existence, that is where you were. And you seemed to be someone that was in that community and that was sticking up for them against Harold and I guess me because apparently me and him were best friends.
I hardly ever comment on a CJ chat. He never comments on any of my videos. He's making videos now about people like
I'm sorry, I wouldn't know where he comments because I literally have all like 500 of his accounts blocked.
I unsubscribed at one point. I think I resubscribed, but he's
Why?
making videos about Miss Wonderful,
Why do you all do that? If
Roach
you
Life of
unsubscribe,
Rich
stay
Trips or
there.
whatever the cunt's name is. Elbow. I'm not interested in them cunts. You know,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Any of those people are. I really don't, nor do I care. I don't know who any of them are. Really. I've never paid attention much to who people were. If they were ever talked about when I was around there, I was there for the Hanson stuff.
I'm not interested. And CJ's not interested in the people I'm interested in. Rightly so. He was just getting arseache from Dina, the mad cunt. And he just told her, look, fuck off, I'm not interested anymore. And he said, anyone mentioning a name, he don't even want to fucking know it. So I hardly ever speak or interact with CJ. I've not fallen out with him, but we just hardly ever interact. I'm very sorry that I can't fucking be bothered to go back 3 or 4 years and untangle all the mutual accusations. But
Oh, I know it's not 3 or 4 years. Well, maybe. Is it? I don't know. I guess we're coming up to 3 years. Lord help me.
between you guys and other people, you know, there's
I never asked you to. I just want to put that out there. Never asked you to. I'm just saying it's a lot for anyone to go through. I even have trouble going through it, which is why they just keep piling it on so that nobody can, right? That's why there were 12-hour, 11-hour, 9-hour, 5-hour streams about me every single day for months. I know what they're doing. I speak out about what they're doing. No one hears me, though.
there's a pattern with the rape thing, you know, where people that were his friends, such as Dina, such as Negs, and I'm just talking about people that I've seen doing this. They're his friends, and they say, "Oh, that's terrible. These idiots falsely accusing you of rape," and then when they fall out with him, "You're a rapist. You're a rapist." And I have it on good authority. Sorry, Queen, but if you're gonna be honest about me, I'm gonna be honest about you. I have it on very good authority that you were his biggest defender against those false accusations, and then as soon as you fell out with him, he's rapist. He's rapist. But the point I want to make is that it doesn't.
That's not true, actually. and it was his own friends suit who streamed for months on end with Heartbeats Vanity and all of his friends. They spent several months after I left because I refused to speak about it, bothering me, saying that I was still in love with him if I didn't say that. And I refused for a very long time. And then I did a video where I think I was memeing on it, if you will, which of course was not taken as a joke. Because well, none of my actual jokes are apparently taken as a joke. So why would they have taken that one, right? And then the drama continued and some other things happened. And then I decided to go back and go through every single conversation that I had with him and with Suit and try to see it from a completely different, blinded angle where I took out all friendship, all emotions, all of anything, and just read the words. And then I realized that I was a complete moron the entire time that I was there, and that there were some things about what the story was that actually had been changed, and it continued to change right when I was doing this. All of a sudden, there was a live stream that they did together where she was recanting it, but then now there was a brand new story. Especially, but I was already on my way with him and his innocence. I tried for a very long time not to say anything, but people continuously bug me about that. Um, and I've explained this. And I've explained that there was even something that I missed that was very private that I won't probably ever talk about too much in detail ever. And I've even blasted that slightly and been like, listen, I missed some things that I obviously didn't see at the time. What the fuck? And yeah, that's where we're at with that. Um and I try not to talk about it because of what you just said. Because you are right. And everyone does do that. And they do flip flop like crazy. Because, like I said, I had stream after stream of Johnny and Heartbeats Vanity and Sue and all these people coming on and saying, oh, well, she has to see him as a rapist now and all this crap. And the professor was even very mad at me for not thinking that he was one and, you know, all that. But then, like I said, then once I did finally say that, yeah, I changed my mind, all of a sudden they all thought that he was innocent and they all went back. And yeah, Nix went back after basically telling me that he was going to go back so that they could attack me together. And you know, so yeah. So everyone thinks that that's what I'm doing because even she flip-flopped and went back. But I promise you, once I change my mind about something like that, it doesn't change back. I'm not going to ever change my mind now. Once my eyes have been opened, I am no longer blind. So I cannot unsee things now and go back and pretend like things are the way that I know them not to be. That's just I can't do that. So I can never go back. I'm sorry. I can never change my mind on that. And I have my own reasons for believing that, apart from what everybody else knows. And that's all I'll say.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that what you're saying now is the truth. What you're saying now about Dina trying to falsely tie you in with her boyfriend, who she lived with for 3 years. You hardly had any communication with him. Sorry, just very brief communication on YouTube from once. She lived with the guy for 3 years, but there's these accusations now of child pornography, and she tried to tie you in with it. I'm not gonna judge CJ for giving her a voice on that, because you two have got a serious hatred going back a long time. All right, let's be honest about this, right? People shouldn't entertain lies about other people. Obviously not. Okay, but when the hate is strong enough, they do. CJ's entertaining lies, or he did entertain Dina's lies about you and Harold. But let's be honest, you did the same to him with the Amber Clement stuff. Let's just be frank now. You know that is false. You know that is bullshit. But you falsely accuse him of rape. And I'm not saying I'm any better, right? I've got this dickhead who I like to wind up called Jakey Poo. He tried to say something about my mum. I managed to clip this dumb cunt.
Okay, but to me, it's not the same. Because you see, there's actual video evidence of this girl crying on a live stream and him looking at her and saying things like, this is turning into a rape thing, along with, like I said, other stuff that I know, and just things like that. And there's truth in that. I'm not just flip flopping out of anger or hatred or whatever you want to call it. I don't even hate CJ. I just don't want him around me or anywhere near me. I want nothing to do with him, and I want everybody to leave me alone about it. And apparently nobody will. So, lucky me. Um but when he and Dina do that to me, that is them literally fabricating stuff out of nowhere with a bunch of psychos who have already been out here for 2 years. And they're the same ones that apparently painted him out as a rapist when he claims he's not one. But then he has no problem being friends with them in order to come at me and say that I'm a predator and my husband's a predator. They're even trying to say that my daughter has seen our toys because I posted a picture. We got some toys from Adam and Eve one time, and I posted a picture up to make a joke about the Pure Romance multi-level marketing company that sells toys. I was like, look, you can get toys that are not from Pure Romance and they're better. Don't get ripped off by the scam. And they found some picture that my kid did when she used to draw bodies as just circles and then put eyes on them. And then they tried to say that she was drawing the dildos. and that also makes me a predator. These are things that they've been doing for a long time to me. Okay? It is out of nowhere. It's simply because I have a daughter, they don't like me, and they're the type of people they've literally called CAS on me falsely a bunch of times, and then they will literally sit here and admit to it, try to say it's okay. So it's a little bit different because I also refuse to hook up with any of the people that have called him that. I mean, I've only really streamed with Harold about him, right? Have I been all over live streams, all over the place talking about this? No. And we see what happened when I streamed with Harold. And we see what happened. Because technically, I guess I have also streamed with the YouTube Schizophrenic way back in the day when it first popped off. And let me tell you, the story back then, my story is the same, but theirs is very different.
Saying that he fucked his own mum, right? And it's just a clip. And he's begged me. He was begging me. He's crying like, "Oh, at least I, when I clip people, I say it's a clip." Oh, Geezer was crying his eyes out because I managed to clip him saying that. He's trying to say it about my mum, but he managed to say it about his own mum because he's such a thick cunt. And then he's begging me to tell the truth about it. Well, the truth is that he did that he did shag his own mum when he was 13, and he lost his virginity, and he's proud of that. But do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying?
This is a very weird story about someone that I don't know that was just very unnecessary. But I guess I can understand. No, I don't understand why you would just say something about someone because you hate them and want them to get attacked. Actually, no, I don't. I don't understand that because that's not what I'm doing. Never has been. And I'm very, very sorry for that, for what that means for everyone else, I guess. I don't know what to say.
People don't care about the truth. And it is sad. It is sad that this guy, I don't know who this guy is, Wes Most is, right? But I try to look him up, and it seems like he's got access to people like Chris Hansen, which is, so that means he's quite a big, well, he's got like twice as many subs as DJ, so he's got a big channel. He's telling lies about you, but he ain't going to care about that because you pissed him off. You have pissed him off, and you piss everyone off. And I've tried to tell you this, and I'm telling you this now again, not as your enemy, as I'm trying to be your friend. But as I said, it's impossible.
We are not going to be friends, and it's nothing against you. It is just because did you see what happened the last time that I made a friend on here? Oh, because you actually I've also just spoken about some of them.
To be your friend, Queen, right? It's impossible to be your friend. And I looked through some of your recent community posts. You write things like, all men are predators, and how, which is bad enough. Like you just alienated half of society. You're calling. I think people acknowledge now that it's sort of not very good to criminalise people based on their race, but there's still people. There's still people, and I really hate people that use this double standard. You won't you think it's wrong to criminalize people based on race, but you're going to criminalize people based on sex. I think that's disgusting. I honestly think that's disgusting, right? I think you need to look at yourself. I think you need to apologize for that and look at yourself and say that's wrong. That was wrong that I said that.
Okay. How about in my personal experience, all male creators up until this moment that I've had contact with have been predators. Is that better? Don't know how to make that better, along with several of the people in my own personal life. I don't know how to make that better. Cupid, there's a reason why I have CPTSD.
But you didn't just say that. You said that you're going to teach your. How do I teach my daughter this? And that's sick. I'm sorry, but it's sick.
But I don't know how. Listen, these people are streaming. Okay. And one of the things that they always talk about when they're streaming, and that Suit used to always do too, was they always talk about how they cannot wait until my daughter grows up and then watches their streams. They have made sex cartoons that have included my daughter. They have done things that I don't know how I don't even know how to explain them to adult people because they are things that are disgusting that you should just never do to a woman. And it seems like everybody supports it. And it seems like it's every man on here that supports it, especially. And then there's like a whole group of these really psycho women that support it, and I don't understand. I don't understand. Why are there so many predators out here? I mean, are you going to tell me there isn't?
It's fucking sick. Okay? I've got your back all the way, right? With what you're saying about what Dina did to you. What Dina did to you was disgusting, right? She's involved in a child pornography trial, sorry. You're not. I'm not. No one else is, right? She is. She is. She's lied already about when she saw the child pornography. And then straight away, people that piss her off, she's tried to involve you in it. And then your daughter gets drug into it. And that is sick as fuck. That is sick. You should focus on that. Don't be fucking.
I have, though. Here's the thing, I've talked about all that and how disgusting it is that people have dragged my daughter and my husband into this. So I don't know, like, am I supposed to sit here, like I said, and like put on a gray sweater with no makeup on and sit here and cry about how all these people are victimizing my family? Like, what more can I do? Because so far, Cupid, you are the only person who has actually publicly said and fully 100% meant that all of that is disgusting. Where I'm sitting, every single other person, unless they are a friend of mine, supports it, thinks it's great entertainment, donates money to it. Okay? The things that they do is disgusting. And that was one of the lesser ones of the things that they did. They've actually called And this was before Dina. Before Dina, they were already calling CAS and cops and trying to say that we were predators to our child. CJ already sent Marie to come and lie in a stream with Sue saying that my husband was a predator and had charges and like made up charges he had had. They streamed my daughter's birthday during COVID when she couldn't have anyone over. Things were limited around me. To be like, what a shit mom, doesn't have any kids at her friend's birthday, or doesn't have any friends at her kid's birthday and all this shit. We're in a fucking pandemic. You weren't allowed to have people over. Like, hello. And people actually sat there like morons. And this is what I mean. I don't understand that, because even if I hate someone, I can't sit there and watch them be lied about. I don't understand that way of thinking. And that's why you have to believe me when I tell you I did not just flip flop for hate, okay? Or for jealousy, or because he like won't pay attention to me, or whatever the fuck else these people want to spin it as. And I shouldn't have to keep explaining that. And I shouldn't have to keep being bothered over it. And he should go away. And all these people should go away, because it has nothing to do with me. And I don't know why everyone cares so much about what I think about it to begin with.
Making enemies of everyone. Don't be making enemies of everyone. All you got to do is tell the truth.
I've been doing that the whole time. The truth hurts. That's why they don't like me, because I tell the truth.
But you just alienate everyone, right? And Dina did the same thing to me. Those emails that you showed yesterday, and that pissed me off, by the way, but you got a perfect right to do that because she was talking about you as well, but it did piss me off. I'm not going to apologise. When I admitted in those emails that I'm drunk, I'm sending a private email to some cunt. But you look at what I'm saying in those emails, and I'm saying things like, "Oh, you're better than that." So, oh, blah, blah.
Yeah, I think you need to watch the video again though, because I actually like pretty much said that. Anyway.
She made a big thing of me saying, "Oh, that's fair enough." Over a year ago, the cunt has fucking had a vendetta against Nicole for over a year. Yeah, I said in May 21. Oh, that's okay. I thought the cunt would calm down. But I don't know what to say to you, Queen, right? But because you're not going to, because as far as you're concerned, I'm just a predator. I'm a male. I'm a bad person.
I do have to be careful of every single male on this platform, because there has never been a man who has ever wanted to talk to me on here without taking advantage of me in some way or being completely disgusting to me in some way. And I'm sorry, but with my mental health disorder and with how people are with me, I do have to protect myself and my family, apparently, from men on here.
That's why I've got all the empathy in the world for you. I've got all the sympathy in the world for you, but you just push people away by the way you act, and there's no need for it. There's no need to be so extreme. There's no need to be so polarizing. But
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. You're drunk. I'm triggered. Whatever.
I can understand.
I just don't know why everyone's always allowed to say like the absolute worst things about me, though. Because to be fair, I've always responded, but just saying.
That it comes from a defensive position But yeah, that's all I got to say. Well, I'm going to upload maybe a guitar video later, but I can't even remember what I was talking about. Just stop thinking every male on the planet, because if you teach your daughter that you might as well give up on life. Every male on the planet.
Okay, but if these people want to make sure that my daughter sees these videos one day, as they claim that's their goal, explain to me what I'm supposed to tell her about men as she listens to them talk about us in these ways, is all I want to know. Because I have never heard, even in my own life, men talk about women in such disgusting and vile ways, as everyone seems to think that they can talk about me. Oh, long before I ever pissed people off.
Is a rapist. You know, if my mum said that to me, I'd say, "What about Dad? What about Uncle Paddy? What about What about Pope John Paul II? Don't fucking be." It's
Well, to be fair, my first sexual assault was done to me by my cousin, who was also adopted into our family, who was going on 14 and I was going on 5. So, I mean, being a family member doesn't protect you. And I'm going to assume that even blood wouldn't matter in some cases. But what do we tell women about this? Have you seen the statistics of women that get sexually assaulted? Because it's 100% of women pretty much get sexually assaulted in their lifetime, at least one time. So I don't know. What am I supposed to say? Well, my daughter is going to apparently one day, as you all say, because as we know, all of our kids are going to grow up and log on the internet one day. Right? How am I supposed to explain to my daughter that there are people with 8,000 subscribers, 40,000 subscribers, etc., on this platform that think that speaking about women in that way is okay? And that they have spoken about her specifically and me, her mom specifically, in disgusting ways, and that they aren't being predatory. You're going to tell me that these people have not been predatory with me? Really, though?
just wrong, isn't it? It's just wrong. Just calm down. I think you need to calm down. And one thing I will say, that these cunts like Dina saying, "Oh, why are you attacking me? It's been so many weeks since I didn't say that you were involved with my paedophile and that you didn't send in pictures of your daughter." I'm 100% behind you on that. It don't fucking matter how long. The cunt never apologised to you, and she needs to apologise to you. If she doesn't apologise to you, you've got every right to talk about that. Yeah? She's a fuck.
Yeah, but like nobody has ever apologized to me. Nobody's ever recanted anything, and everybody wants me to apologize. Sue was doing 12-hour long videos about me doxing everyone I know, telling me that if I wanted them to stop, I had to apologize to him. And what did I have to apologize to him for? Apparently, for getting mad at RSN and not wanting to be with him because that somehow had upset Suit. As far as I'm concerned, every video that where I tried to find out what I was trying to apologize for, that was always the root of the problem. And I still to this day have no clue why he ever got mad. Will I ever know? Probably not. And I'm insane, apparently, because I'm still over here upset because it hasn't stopped either. They still meme me with Harold all the time, all over the place. It's still used against me. And all of these things said about me, these people created. Anything that I say about CJ was already out here about him. So fuck all that. It's the same. No, it's not. No, it's not. I had never had anyone accusing me of being a predator until all these people got mad at me because I asked Loki a fucking question on a live stream. Okay, so fuck off.
Fucking piece of shit. She's a lying bastard. She's involved in a child pornography trial. You are not. And then she's tried to involve your daughter in that child pornography trial as well. She is a scumbag, piece of shit. You are not. You are not. So don't lower yourself to that fucking level.
I know, but it seems like if I don't lower myself to their level, eventually they do not go away because that is the point. So that then they can put that up out there and say, look it, now she is victimizing me. The point of all of this has always been to paint me out as the one that like goes around victimizing everybody all over the internet when it's actually this group of fucking bitches.
Please, right? There's people that can see what's going on. And I think it's
Well, where the hell are they?
a shame. There's someone, this Wes Moat seems to have, or Most, whatever the cunt's name is, he seems to have a big following, but he's choosing to just shit on you because he doesn't like you and not look. It just cheapens. He's meant to be going after predators and paedophiles, but he's choosing to side with this scumbag making a false, an embarrassingly obvious false.
It's because this scumbag had also gone to clobbering time, who's in TCAP. They're all friends with our son. I was friends with them apparently too, I guess. I don't fuck all you guys. During the Hanson stuff. So, that's why. Suit was also a part of TCAP. So I don't know. I tried to help them after Hanson ripped them all off and doxed them all and all this shit. And my thank you was, we are now going to dox everyone that you know and call cops and CAS on you and all this shit because we all want to be friends with Arson and you don't want to be here anymore. I don't fucking know, okay?
Accusation at you, which was just clearly, it's just about trying to annoy you. It's just about, there's no basis in fact for it. It's embarrassing, but
Okay, but why is everyone constantly trying to annoy me? If I am this crazy psycho that's going around attacking everyone and everyone's so scared of me and everyone's my victim and blah, 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 why are they always over here trying to upset me and annoy me? Because everything that I do is over here. I don't like go around. I don't go comment on all their shit. No, 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 no. You don't see fake RSN accounts in my stream chat. So, like, you know, why? I don't want to be around these people and haven't since the beginning of April 2020. Can you please tell them all to go away and leave me alone and get the fuck over it already? I barely knew these people. I knew them online for like 4 months. I've put up with 2.5 years of shit because I don't want to be around people who I didn't even know for 6 months and wasn't even around for 6 months. Do people not realize that and how ridiculous that is? Because again, from where I'm sitting, apparently not.
Whatever. I mean,
And again, I'll never understand the let's find someone who's going through things and make it worse for them show. I know a lot of you love to do that show. And you think it's really fun to go around and upset people to be like, oh, look, here's somebody that's being, that just went through a sexual assault and they're obviously going through some really bad things. They have some mental health issues, whatever. I think I'm going to try to make life worse for them. I don't know what that's like. I can't relate. That's not an excuse to me. And it doesn't make doing this to people okay. Like, I don't understand these people. They're like, oh, I'm just petty. I'm just petty. So if I want to, like, come and attack you for charging a man with sexual assault, how dare you? Men should rape you. This is what I mean. It's even women out here that get mad at me. They're like, men should just grope you in elevators and barricade you in them and try to do whatever with you. Why did you fight that man off and not let him finish? And then call the cops, queen, how dare you? And then charge him. He went to jail for a whole night. How dare you? And then he had to do a bunch of community service and a bunch of other stuff as a sentence. How dare you do that to him? And it was like, are you fucking dumb? Like, I think it's more like, how dare this creep barricade a woman in an elevator? Like, are you all right? TCAP community to catch a predator, Westmost. Yeah, Sue. Yeah, okay. And I don't know why there's a whole bunch of idiots who all claim that their morals lie being against a predator. People like the professor, who's apparently very big in the TCAP area as well, and like clobbering time, and all these idiots who seem to think that behavior is okay. I'm sorry, I'll never understand the hypocrisy in that. I do not get hypocrisy. I do not understand. See, this is why Negs and I couldn't be friends. I do not understand. And if you cannot make sense of it for me, I am just going to get mad and just be like, okay, well, then you're just a fucking idiot.
I got very annoyed with the lie she told. That's another thing I want to say. You brought up them emails, okay? One of the things she said in them emails is that Cupid Stunt, blah blah. Here's the emails he sent me. He was my friend until I said something that he didn't like. Right? Oh really? Oh really? Because for the last year, what you've said, you lying fucking cunt, and I'm talking to Dina now, by the way. What you've said, you lying fucking cunt, is that I took against you because I wanted to support Harold. I wanted to be a Harold supporter. That's what you said. And then you said all the Harold supporters, they're probably going to get called up by the court because they're all involved in his child pornography. So I could talk about this all night. I really could, but I'd just try and say.
But again, may I remind you that the TCAP community and most of those people are also the same people that seem to think it's okay that I'm getting painted out as a chump. So, like, can we expect much? No.
To you, Queen of Spade, that I hear what you're saying, okay, and I support you, but you're going to alien. I can see it happening again. You alienated me before. You might be doing it. If you do it again, that's fine. No, I'm saying it honestly. That's fine. I'll still support you because what you're saying at the moment is the truth. What you're saying about what Dina did to you is 100% the truth. Regardless, anything that happens between me and you.
Yeah, but that's the thing is again, but you're also, it wasn't just Dina that did that. It's not just Dina that should apologize for that. I just don't want the fucking apology. I'm good.
What Dina's, and you don't. There doesn't have to be a time limit on. You don't have to be like Dina's saying, "Oh, it's been 3 weeks since I tried to implicate you in my child pornography, blah blah." Like she does with Nicole. Like, oh, it's been 4 weeks since.
I don't care how long it's been. I have a minor child, and that's a very serious thing that all these people have been saying about me since 2019. So, they can all fuck off. And if they have a problem with me saying things back to them because I keep finding out that they're actually the ones that are doing weird things, then and being around weird people, then, too bad. If they don't like me calling that out, then that's too bad. Like, I just don't understand that part. I don't know.
So I threatened to put you in prison. So why is Cupid Stunt trying to help to keep you out of prison? I mean, these people are fucking scum, Queen. These people are scum. I agree with you on that. If we fall out, we fall out, all right? But I will back you up 100% on the facts of what is happening now. Still, you don't have to try and, you know. I know you don't like the fact that I don't argue with CJ. If you want to call me out on that, that's fine, because I might be wrong about that. I know there's a lot of people that don't like CJ. If you want to call me out on that, that's fine. I will never change my stance on the truth.
That's the thing is that I'm not trying to change anybody's mind. I'm not the one going around talking about it and trying to change people's minds. I just want to stay over here, my area of the internet, where people aren't always talking to me about rape. And it's a nice place, okay? And do my own thing, like I've been trying to do ever since. I don't care what you believe about that. I just don't want to change my mind because you don't believe or whatever, okay? And I don't want to be attacked and I don't want to be bothered over what I believe. That's it. That's really it. Never was going to. Never was ever going to talk about it publicly. But literally, it was his own friends that forced me to. Just like now, how it's his own friends making weird rap songs and stuff, calling me a simp for him and all this weird stuff. And then memeing me like wanting him and like then he shares this shit. All of that's very strange. I don't like it. And I don't know how other people can watch that and not be creeped out. But then it's the same people that watch 12-hour streams on the same person and they're not like, what? Wow, how do you stream about one person for fucking 12 hours? Don't know.
Between you and Dina, which is that she was an absolute fucking piece of shit to you. She had no right to drag you in to this child pornography shit, which she's involved in, and she dragged your daughter into it. Okay? So, you know, I was gonna do my little song at the end. I might do that later if I'm still sober. But yeah, yeah, I don't know what else to say. Whatever.
Okay. I'm not trying to call anyone out or make him feel bad or anything. I'm just want to defend myself because I've had enough. And I always said that I was not going to let this go to 3 years because that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Harassing someone for 3 years because they don't want anything to do with you is ridiculous. And I know people get mad at me because I often do blame RSN for a lot of that, but it's like, why would you egg that on? I'm not over here egging anything on. I don't have an army of people that every time that I stream about someone or talk about someone, all of a sudden a big group goes over and starts writing them a whole bunch of mean comments and stuff like that. That's what all these people have that they send to me with their lies and their bullshit and their fucking shit. And from where I'm sitting, it's all jealousy displays, which is ridiculous, and they all need to go away. I don't understand like hating someone and then wanting to just flip-flop because of that. I've never understood that, which is why me flip-flopping with this was so horrifying for some people because they know that I don't work that way. So then if I flip-flopped on it, there must be something, which is what people are scared of. And I'm sorry, I can't do anything about that. That's again, that's not my thing. I can't carry that no more. That's not my problem. Um, but I just don't want to talk about it anymore. And if people had questions or whatever about it, that was not the way to go about that. Because I don't play these games. So the second you like backstab me, do some shit to me, we're just done. Goodbye. And I just walk away. But then you can't sit there for like 2.5 years and just keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going and grabbing this person and grabbing that person and doing this with this people, then sending people over here because those people don't actually like you, but they like some people, so they'll listen to those people though, and all this shit. My friends won't touch this, and I would never ask them to. Because I would never drag anyone that I cared about near any of these people. I get very upset when they come and find out who I'm around because I get horrified of what they're going to do to those people. I have friends in my anti MLM community who I am very worried about because they are right now trusting some of these people in their community. And I'm like, that's actually very dangerous for everyone there now. because of how all these people work with pretending to be your friend, gathering personal information about you, trying to control you with it, blasting, blah, blah, blah. That's what they do. That's what they all do. There's a lot of predatory behavior being done out here. Even if it's not predatory, like being a chomo, it's still pretty predatory. A lot of times out here, I feel like a goddamn piece of meat. I'm not a BBC lover. I'm sorry. You're going to have to get some help for that. I know. Apparently, Wes was upset about that too, or something. I don't know. But I just want to be left alone. I don't want to be in all of these people's fucking shit. I don't care. And I never wanted to be up in it. That was the problem all along. Is that I didn't want to hear about it. Even with like Harvard, didn't want to hear about her court case. I didn't want to be involved. Not allowed to not be involved in things, I guess. I just get dragged in anyway. But then if I do speak on things, then I'm told that I shouldn't speak on them. So then I just, whatever. Yeah, so I don't know. I don't really know what to do with that. But I do want you to know that that's not why. It's not just like a hate thing and I flip flop. It's like it was like I was unblinded. Okay, so that's that with that. I don't want to talk about it anymore because I don't go around attacking people with things, and I just don't want to. And I don't want to get attacked whether or not I talk about it or not. Okay, either way, I shouldn't be getting attacked, and I'm just done. Because the whole thing's been very unfair. And everybody's been lying. I just get blamed for everything now. It was all me, apparently. As if I was like 10 different people all at once or something. It's very insane. So I just don't really know what Wes wants either. Not really sure. There was an account created of a predator to attack me because people keep on saying that I wanted to go with Harold and he's a predator, and then want to get with CJ and he's a predator, right? So apparently the joke is I like predators, and they lie about my husband being one, right? So then they try to add that in there, and that's the joke. Why does CJ go with I don't know. That's sus too to me, okay? And I've already talked about that part. That's also sus to me. So I'm not really sure why you would think that this is all so great and so funny, but okay, I'll just be over here. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get the joke. Then, if he's not, how about that? Everyone's doing a very awful job of convincing me of otherwise. And I don't, again, know why it is so important that we have to. Why does it matter what I think about that? Anyway, you know, I don't understand. I don't. But then again, it apparently mattered so much what I thought about Harold. And then I said James Franco was cute, and that was a problem. And every single time that I am around, especially a male streamer, apparently we're banging. So I don't know. It ain't my husband doing the jealousy displays, so I don't know. Like I said, everything's very strange. And those people really have to go and figure that all out. I can't figure it out either because I don't know what the fuck's going on half the time. I really don't know why people are all that mad. There's always something else that happened that then I have to talk about because they don't need to talk about what actually happened because there's so many lies and so much bullshit out here about me that they can just talk about that stuff instead. And then when I come out and I say the real reason, they go, "Oh no, see, she's just crazy, mental health issues, you know her." And then topic triggers me. So then there's that. So then I just don't do well after a while. So you can only, be bothered about that for so long before you lose your mind if you have what I have. So then I do spend a couple days looking like I'm crazy. And then I go back to being sane again for a while. And then they show up again because they never go away. And they literally follow me around. I can't go anywhere. They'll say things like, well, why don't you just stop and go do your anti MLM content? Well, they're attacking a fellow creator in that genre who doesn't even know who any of them are just because I stream with them. And they're supposed to cancel me too with all this bullshit. And they refuse to because they don't deal with any of this stuff at all. So you cannot force people to come into the drama either, right? And that's my issue as well. That's what they're doing to me with the Harvard stuff. They're trying to force me into drama I want nothing to do with. And even with the Amber stuff, trying to force me into drama I want nothing to do with. Why does it matter? Because I have explained. So all I ask is that people stop saying that. Because I'm not a flip-flopper. And if I believe in something, you should know that I believe in it very heavily and passionately. And if I don't believe in something, it's probably just as passionately and heavily that I don't believe in it. You should at least know that about me. I'm actually pretty transparent if you take off those hate blinders. You'd be amazed with what you find out about the world. But I don't fuck around. Like I said, what you see is what you get with me. And if I'm thinking something, I'll tell you. If I'm feeling something, boy, will I ever tell you. Right? Maybe too much, which is probably what happened with those posts that upset you so much, is that I was just feeling very, very attacked by every single male I have ever come across on this platform, all at the same time. And while they're all attacking me, they're telling me that I'm not allowed to feel like I'm being victimized. And they're telling me that I'm playing victim, but they're attacking me by saying I'm actually attacking them and they're my victims. It's a very strange thing, and I don't understand. I don't understand it because I don't do this stupidity stuff. I don't do this shit. This is a game that, no, I don't play because it's a stupid fucking game. All right? To your game. No, thank you. I don't like this game. Who invented this game? They need a punch in the kisser for it because whose idea was this? Dumbest game ever. 0 stars. Don't recommend. And you tell me that there's people out here that want to play this game? And then people say I'm the crazy one because I write a lot of words on the internet? Okay. Makes sense, I guess. Again, I don't understand, you're right. I just don't understand a lot of things out here, I guess, and why these people wouldn't want to know the truth. Again, I can't relate to not wanting to know the truth. Other than if maybe not knowing the truth benefits you in some way. And now I am wondering what everyone benefits out of it. Do you see what happens to me? How I spin out? That's a lot of fun to figure out. It's great. I just want to understand, and I can't understand. Because it all seems stupid. I don't get stupid, I guess. I don't know. I'll never understand dumb, I guess, or something. And I'll never understand how dumb people are propped up over the smart people, I guess. And I'll never understand why the shitty people are the ones that do well and then the good people fall in the dirt. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. You're right. Maybe I am just absolutely bonkers. But yeah, no, I don't understand that type of shitty behavior. And apparently I am crazy because I don't understand that type of behavior. But again, I still fail to see what anyone gets positively out of any of this. Also, so again, I just fully don't understand. You're right. I do not understand, and you cannot be my friend because I do not trust anyone at all. Because look what happened when I did. And I did not do anything to deserve all of that. And most people took his side anyway because there's more clout there. And I'll never understand that either because that makes no sense to me. Because anyway, I just don't understand this whole realm. I'll never understand this realm. But do I want to be someone that understands it and is like, yeah, no, these are great things to do to people. This is how I want to be in life. No. So I'm not really that upset by it. I just want to be left alone about it, I guess, because I don't know what to do about it. What do you want? Like I move on, they don't move on. It just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, I know. He's connected to Chris Hansen. Apparently, I'm going to be on there, by the way. He keeps putting that in all of his descriptions that I go see me on his show before you see me on Hansen. Right? Because this whole thing has always been all of them for whatever reason. Very strange. And I'm just always been such a small creator, just over here with some opinions that people just don't like. I'm sharing things like everyone else is on the internet. The only difference is I'm not all over Twitter 24/7 bitching into some fucking void like everyone else is. I'm over here on a community tab. And even then, I still don't write as much on my community tab, even on my worst days, as all these people do on Twitter. Some of these people should go and count how many times they post and reply to people on Twitter in a day. Jesus. And then also, like, sit in Discords talking about people and the likes, and then go and sit in live stream chats talking about people and the likes. I can assure you they do that all way more than I've ever sat here writing community posts. But apparently there's no problem with any of that, right? Apparently there's only problems with things when I do them, but everyone else is allowed to do things, especially things to me, and then that's okay. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say to you anymore, Cupid Stunt. I wasn't mad at you. I wasn't trying to like blast you or upset you. I didn't even know that your messages were in there. I'm still very confused as to why Dina felt the need to share your messages with me, other than, like I said, because you had said something about me in them and she was hoping to create some bullshit. But like I even said, I already knew that you didn't like me at that time. So I mean, I wasn't really expecting you to be great about me. And I am actually not that psycho, and I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, "Oh my god, he said this about me." That's all of these people, not me. So, like, I didn't care. I was just kinda like, "Okay." Like, yeah, he said that. Oh, well. I said that maybe you should apologize for it, but I also said that Dina was a piece of shit for doing that because that was the only reason why she did it. Like, I didn't need to know what you guys talked about. I've had people do that to me a lot. I don't like it. Um, but apparently nothing that we say to anyone on here or in our lives ever again is going to ever be private anymore. Just because we logged on to YouTube. So I don't know. Apparently, when you log on to this app and you want to make content on it, you are supposed to sign over your entire life and all of your privacy. You are no longer allowed boundaries. And then you apparently are to be treated like you are a Hollywood TV star. And like there are tabloids out about you every single day, just constant people talking about you for years on end over the same drama from 3 years ago or longer. And you don't even have 2K subs, and you're like, what the fuck? Okay. So I don't know. I'm scared to be unisolated. I'm scared to have people stick up for me. I'm scared to ask people for help, which is why I'm always like, what the fuck are these people talking about when they make up that I went to them and asked them to help me with things? When have I ever gone to people and asked them to help me with something in regards to Jesus Christ? Anyway, if anything, people come and bug me because they want to do something with it. And I'm like, yeah, no, okay, no, I want to go. I don't like this scene. Bye. And then I get in trouble for that too. So, and part of that is because every single time that someone does come on here and try to speak up for me, these people will accuse them of being me. And then they literally get attacked and mob attacked. I've literally had people in like sign on here to be a mod of mine and then get horrified to be on here because of the way people are with me. And then all of a sudden people are like posting them up on like Twitter and in subreddit and going all like, look at, see, look. And I don't hide that. I'm not like CJ, where he'll just have a Discord full of trolls and he won't warn anyone. And then if people in there get stalked, swatted, or whatever, he just pretends like he has no clue what's going on. I can't do that. I protect people around me, obviously. That's part of the problem here. Woohoo! So, I can't do that. I can't let people be attacked. So I don't want people to. I don't know if there is someone in this world that would ever be able to put up with all these people and their bullshit to stop this, actually. I think that this is going to go on forever, unfortunately. And if it stops on me, then it's just going to pick up on somebody else, and everyone will just be fine with that again. And then that person will be demonized and attacked on all these people's behalf. I mean, I'm not the first. I really want it to be the last. I was really hoping this is when everyone would wake up. Because I really did not think that everyone would be dumb enough to sit here and do this to somebody that doesn't have a criminal record, and that's not a bad person, and that was just a normie and all this shit. Silly me. When this all started, I was kind of like, oh, okay, well, I guess if you are going to be doing this, this might be what needs to happen to blow this up and end it finally. Because everyone else you've done this to has had a disgusting, awful footprint on the internet, but I actually don't. These people make up a lot of shit. So I actually thought that people like I would trust you. They'd actually do research. They would actually figure it out and realize. But no, literally, there is not somebody on here that is smart enough to do that. I give up. So don't tell me that I'm out here trying to get attention. And don't tell me that I am out here doing this and that and the other thing, or that I just flip-flopped because of hate or jealousy, or like I said, whatever else you want to claim it is. I'm just trying to exist. All right. And do my own thing over here and be left alone by a group of disgusting people that I only knew for a short time. 4 months is not that long of a time. Really not. I know you all keep trying to connect me and claim I'm like people from before that and this and that and the other thing. And yeah, I was around before. But not as a chatter anywhere. I was just a lurker, so you're not gonna find any bad behavior from that. That's why you have to make it all up, right? That's why you had to dig up my journal and then lie about a bunch of stuff in it, right? Because there actually is nothing, right? And everyone's dumb. And apparently everybody wants this to be the way that those things are, and that's weird. And I'll never understand. I will never understand wanting to just hate on people and destroy people and wanting that to be what this place becomes. I'll never get it. I won't. I don't want to. And I will never flip-flop just over my opinions. Like, I'm not the one for that. But I understand why you said that. That makes sense to me. I do agree that other people have definitely done that. And like I said, even she's done it. So and which is why other people won't talk about it, because what are you supposed to do about that, right? But apparently, promises of clout is a hell of a drug. And it's the only one that I don't get high off of. Apparently, I am on every single drug in the world right now. So, you know, because, every single white person is on meth, especially if they, have insomnia or trouble sleeping or something like me, and we must be on meth. I'm a death fat who's apparently a meth head who's on welfare, but I buy subs, and I have the body of a 12-year-old boy, and I'm ugly. And there's a lot of things that people say about me. It's very, very contradictory. It's very strange. So I don't know. It's never going to end. I just keep trying to move on. I am just done with everything right now and don't want to deal with anyone, and people just don't go away. And like I said, I can't even log off the internet for a fucking month and then come back without these people having fucking made up all these lies about me and attacked me and shit. It was like, what the fuck, man? So yeah, I don't know. I don't think that anyone should ever deal with personal vendettas and personal problems publicly, but anyway, I've been saying that this whole time, and everyone's telling me that I'm the one that's crazy and that this is just what happens when you're a YouTuber. So, I don't know. Apparently, I play victim on here all the time, right? Even though I'm apparently the one attacking them, they're my victims, but I play victim according to them. I don't know. Like I said, everything contradicts. Nothing makes sense over here. I can only tell you my truth. I can only tell you what happened. I hope that if you sat here and watched it live, you'll be smart enough to be like, the actual thing that happens is what happened. But again, apparently most people don't do that. And again, I won't ever understand that, because I also sit here all day long telling people how to not be manipulated by people. So obviously, some of you aren't watching all my content. You're not very good stalkers. Otherwise, I feel like you would have learned something by now. And you would have not let people like Sue take over you like this. You know? You would have known how to spot QAnon from a mile away and been like, oh yeah, I'm staying away from all that shit. You would have known Aleister Crowley, oh no, cult, getting away from that, So I'm just like, I don't know, guys. They say they watch me and they know me so well, but obviously they don't. Or as they would say, I must just be very, very bad at all this. Very, very bad at content creation. But yeah, I've tried not to talk about this, but if you're going to respond or do a video to me, I am just going to respond back. And that was to me. And it wasn't really that mean. So, you know. So, that was some constructive criticism in some ways. I mean, it was a little raw, but again, I'm okay with that. I am not okay with personal attacks and trying to blast personal information or weaponize information against people who are threatening to get my nudes and blast them all over the place and things like this to attack me. Okay? That kind of stuff I am not okay with. And I do not know why people on the internet on here want me to be okay with it. That's weird. So, there's just a lot going on with all that. And I don't even want to figure it out. I don't care enough to. I just want to move on and be left alone with all of the RSN shit. I don't care. And it should not matter what I think. It really shouldn't matter what I think about any of these people. To them, they're all very much bigger creators than I. And, and where I come from on the internet, if you're a tiny person and you start speaking out about something that you know, and people are very, very large, but they still find that they need to silence you, you should probably keep talking because you're definitely on to something. But again, I don't care. I know, Pog. I know. I know. I know. There are, if there are people out here that are mad at me for what I said about all men, I am sorry if I offended you. And I'm sorry that I said it. I really did not mean like everyone, but, like hashtag not, anyway. But right now, from where I'm sitting, there are very, very few good ones. And it is just like, even as a friend, dude. So I don't know. Um, I don't know what you want from me with that. That's just how I feel. Remember that sometimes you can just feel something without having to have a statistic or a fact, I guess. And it can just be based on personal experience and maybe the fact that people keep on trying to tie you to predators all the time. Could be part of it too. Why do I keep on having to learn about all of these extra people out here that I don't know about just for them to be tied to me so that people can demonize me more? I'll never know, but here we are. So again, I just want to move on. I did not ever have anything to do with any of our son's court shit, and I don't have anything to do with any of Dina and Harold's court shit. No, I don't have anything to do with Dina and Nicole's court shit. I don't have to do with anyone's court shit out here. You accuse me of being a cop caller because I called the police on myself with fucking the thing where I called Dina's detective, and that shit's making me laugh. That does make me laugh. Not you, Cupid. You didn't do that. But the hater people, they've definitely been doing that, and that's making me laugh very hard. So, I am hoping that we're not having a falling out. I don't try to have falling outs with people. I just kind of exist in the world. and tell people what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling if they ask, and then all of a sudden I'm in trouble. So, there's that, and then there's a live stream or something, and I'm like, okay, cool. Guess you're mad now. Awesome. Um, that's how I felt. So I don't really know. I feel like people out here are always looking for a reason to hate on you and be mad at you and degrade you in some way and expose you in some way. I've already talked about how nobody on here ever actually cares about anything. They just pretend to care about you and what you're going through so that they can get personal information from you. Like these are my experiences. I don't know how I'm not supposed to see the world based on my personal experiences, I guess, of it. Because I already stopped doing that, and then I got kicked down again. And I don't know if I want to get back up again. I'm kind of done with this one, Like this rodeo's been long withstanding. We are good. I am good. I don't need to find out, right? I don't even need to find out if all men are predators or not. That's really none of my business, is it? But even with that, I can kind of think what I want to think about it. And it shouldn't bother people. Why is my opinion the most important opinion on this whole fucking app right now? Really, though? Why do people care so much? I'm really not important. I really don't have clout. You should really not care if I say something about you. It should not be this big of a deal. I don't understand any of this. Never did. All the way back 2019. Still don't understand to this day. And I have 10 times the subs that I did back then, but it still doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I would understand if I had like fucking 50K subs and I was out here talking about stuff, but like no, so I don't understand much anyway. So yeah, there's that. Um but yeah, I just don't want to talk to many people. That's all. I don't want to talk to people. I don't like people anymore. People are all out to get you. And again, like I said, there was a time where I was like, nope, nope, that's not true. And now I'm back to, yeah, actually, everyone is actually out to get you. Everyone actually is just wanting some information. They want information so that they can blast you, information so that they can blast someone else you knew. They want tip picks, or else they're going to scream at you on live streams, is where I'm at. And if I ever remotely do any teeny tiny little thing, all right, I got to be on eggshells at all times. Because if I even look at any of these mofos wrong, it is totally fine if they make podcasts claiming that they've seen my anus and describe it in disgusting ways or blast my nudes out. So we really have to be careful. Because apparently those things have already happened. And, no one cared to say that that was wrong. But a lot of this started with a lot of these people because they were mad at me because I was around RSN for the Hanson stuff and I wasn't speaking out about him being a rapist. I wasn't calling him a rapist or talking about all of this other drama that he was involved in. I just didn't want anything to do with it. And then I don't understand why other people are allowed to be around and they're allowed to say that they just don't want things to do with it. And that's fine. They don't get torn up. I mean, Wes and Sue make fun of me for sticking up for him, but what have they been doing for 2.5 years? I don't understand. Like I said, hypocrisy, I don't understand. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to talk about this person anymore. I have never wanted to talk about this person. I'm not the one that ever started any of this. And unfortunately, I'm apparently also not the one that can finish it. So I don't know what people want from me. Because all you're going to get is my opinion, my feelings, why I think that way. And then I'm like done and I want to move on. And then you all just keep getting mad at me that I want to move on. And you got people like Wes who come and they say to me, well, people won't move on because you're the one that keeps going and you should move on. And then, but then when you go offline for a month, then he's making streams and saying that you were actually faking your suicide or he got you booted off the platform. He went back and forth. And again, nobody called him out on that, just saying. So, like I said, if there are people out here that there's people out here that agree with you on things, there is nobody out here that agrees me on anything, I'm pretty sure. Right? That's the problem. You say I isolate myself. I never had a chance. I logged on here and they already knew to start isolating me, apparently. So I don't know. I don't know. When did people listen to me? For it to be ruined? When was this time where I had this huge platform? Right? Never. Everybody already decided about me just because of who I was around, even though that apparently doesn't work for anyone else. It's just me, right? So, what does it matter? How did I isolate myself? I was already isolated. And all I did was ask who the person was. That's all I did. You ask questions out here about things, and people literally make 6 live streams about you lying about you if you ask them a question. That is a cult. That is creepy. All right. You should be able to ask a question without literally having your head bitten off. All right. If you're in a community, like I said, and you can't question the person, like there's something going on that you might want to leave. So, I don't know. People will literally, they'll flip flop just to hate me. Right? Like I said, so I don't know. I have to make jokes that it wouldn't matter. Like, if anything, he should be happy that I'm out here saying that he is one. Because if I turn around now, even, and I was like, hey guys, I now believe he's innocent, all of those people would probably then flip flop again just to hate on me. Because that's literally what happened. They were hating on me for sticking up for him, right? And then they flip flopped to hate on me when that stopped. Because I did not want to join in with them to hate on him. Do we not understand this? I do not fuck with any of these people. Never did, never will. So, like, I just, I don't need friends that badly, okay? I'm not gonna go being friends with girls like that in order to be all like, "Please like me, please be my friend." That's why people don't like me, because I don't people please. I don't actually need friends out here on the internet. I'm not going around here looking for friends and doing whatever I can to pine for people's attention to get friends and blah, blah, blah. And all these other people work like that. And I just don't. So that's really all I have to say about it. I hope you're not mad. I'm expecting now, just so that you know what I'm expecting. And I don't mean anything like mean with this, but usually in my experience, now tomorrow, you would make a live stream and it would be about me, and you're gonna have a whole bunch of people that hate me there, and then you'll do a big live stream, or you'll like stream me a bunch, and then you'll talk smack on my husband and like have cartoons of him up, or maybe a song to attack us with, and you'll accuse me of cheating on him, and you'll accuse me of all this other stuff when you don't know shit. You never took the time to ever find out shit. You just fucking listened to me and what was going on in hopes that you could get my pants at the end. Not you specifically. Sorry, I went on a bit of a tangent there, didn't I? And then literally, everyone will attack me and dox, I don't know, another ex-boyfriend of mine. Maybe they found out that they forgot someone. Maybe they found out the name of whoever the neighbor was, right? And now they're going to dox him because they have all of my exes there, but then they have the neighbor. And so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe you guys finally find out who that is, and then you dox that person all over the place. And, and then you tell me that I lied about my sexual assault, and I'm lying about having CPTSD, because you can't have CPTSD off of one sexual assault like that's ever anything that I've ever said. That I had it for that. Nope, never said that. Don't know where you guys keep getting that from, but anyway. Um and then I will deal with, several weeks of just constant trolls from your camp, and then also RSN will probably stream your stream attacking me or do something in some way, because he really likes when other people come at me so that then he has an excuse, right? Because he's always brought up. Even if it's not by me, see? I'm saying. We were talking about Dina. We were talking about Dina and how they lied about me being a predator. That's what we were talking about. I don't know why. That then has to turn into what I said about RSN and that. Every time. I just don't. Who cares? Get over it, please. Leave me alone over it. I should be allowed to ask you to do that. Like anyone out here, I should be allowed to say, please leave me alone about this, and have you at least respect that. Okay, I expect shit from trolls, but I expect better from grown ass men who are like 10 years plus older than me, who claim that they're better people than me. I expect more from people that have actually been around me, that should know better. I expect more from people that claim that they don't like people using personal information against them, and then they turn around and do it to me over and over and over again. You know, I don't expect personal attacks. Because I don't know why it's so personal for everyone else. I'm the one who is going through the divorce. I'm the one that flirted with CJ and did whatever. I don't know why people outside of us would even want to do streams or have opinions on all that stuff. It's very strange. I don't get it. That's all. That's all I want to say. It's been very hard for me. I appreciate you, Cupid, and how you don't just jump down my throat. Um, and how you tried. Like I said, I don't want to fight with you. I don't want to have a falling out. I don't ever want to have a falling out with anyone. But I am not going to change my stance on RSN and how I feel about that, which is okay. And you can still have a different opinion about it. And hopefully we can still be civil without me getting attacked now on the internet. Because, like I said, I was never trying to come at you in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, I don't know. I did think that you were closer to RSN than you were. But again, that's because the first time I saw you, it was because you were apparently over there helping with all the Dina stuff. And I just assumed. Anyway. Um, there aren't really people that don't come from over there. There's basically like 5 communities that these people have all hung out in. So it's like they all come from like the same few different communities when they come and hate on me. It's so I just assume that you were from one. I don't know where you're from on the internet either. I don't know where anyone's from on the internet because nobody wants to tell me because half of the people out here are just in fake accounts with an avatar and then they want to come and tell me what to do with my life when they are too pussy to even show their face. So, and I'm not saying that about you. I'm just saying, most people, I don't know who they are. And then they use that against me. The fact that I don't know who they are, it's like some kind of like power leveling bullshit. And I'm like, okay. Because they don't have much. So they have to come up with as much as they can that they can use against me. Um, I just feel like sometimes if I don't respond also, like people are just gonna be like, what the fuck? Um so yeah. I'm sorry if you felt attacked or exposed by me reacting to Dina showing your messages. I am sorry for that. I don't want to hurt people out here. I don't like hurting people. But then I also don't understand why it's so much fun to hurt me. You know? because I really haven't done anything wrong to any of these people. Especially in all this. So, I don't know. I thought I knew what a sociopath was, I guess, before I logged on here, but I'm learning of all different kinds. It's really scary. Because it's true. I knew people could be cruel, but I guess I did not realize that people could actually be this cruel. And in a whole group. I've seen some fucking groupthink and stuff in my time, but man, is a hate mob runoff jealousy has to be the worst thing I have ever seen. I don't know what else to call it. I'm sorry. So yeah, I am sorry if that hurt you in some way. I just did not even know that she was showing that because I don't know why I would need to know about messages between you guys and why you guys started talking or anything of the sort. Just because, once again, I guess because you watched a video of mine and you said that you agreed with me on something, and then all of a sudden we're now working with each other. And then you are going to have a bunch of people that are probably going to start attacking you now because of all of that, and I don't know. So I'm also sorry for when that starts happening. I am sure this will also be stream sniped by Wes, and then because that's the thing is, see, Wes doesn't care. Right? Like he doesn't care that there's other people that are involved in this that are innocent that end up getting hurt. He doesn't give a fuck. That's the whole thing. That's been my issue with all this whole time is that none of these people care about that. About the fact that there are people that don't have platforms and stuff that end up crazily hurt by all this shit. They don't give a fuck. But then they're all here for their platforms, right? They're all here because they love their subscribers. Oh, you guys are all so great. Send me money. Watch my stuff. But then we don't give a fuck how we affect you. And then people say I'm like that because, well, it finally made me flip out. Didn't it? So I don't know. That's where I'm at. I don't want to process this stuff anymore on the internet because people are very mean and you all don't help. You just attack and try to make things worse. Not you again, Cupid. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't want to be attacked. That's all. I just want people to leave me alone about all this stuff. Stop attaching me to things I have nothing to do with and people that I don't even fucking know. It's really weird. Apparently, all of this is so that I can be made into a lol cow. And that's very strange to me as well. But, I am sorry for that. And I hope that going forward that I don't end up attacked or that you can at least just understand that I just don't want to talk about that. I don't want to change my opinion on it and that it's not coming from a place of hate. I don't know what else to say. I don't know what people want from me on here, I guess. I'm sorry.